Okay, 1.4, number 81. Let's see, find the difference quotient and simplify your answer. This is the one we did from class. We'll finish it here. It has a nice twist in it. You got to be careful and make sure you know how to factor out a negative. That's the tricky part of this problem. Okay, so we're going to start here, and let's see. Well, g of x is 1 over x squared, so I'll just write 1 over x squared. Minus g of 3 is just 1 over 3 squared. And on the bottom here, I have x minus 3. Okay, so, yeah, I mean, we got to get off to the races. Let's see if I can rewrite this one. So, up top, I will write a common denominator of 9x squared, because 3 squared is 9 and x squared is x squared. If I multiply those two together, I get 9x squared. As far as common denominators, we'll see if you know how to add fractions, basically, but I got to put a 9 up here and a minus x squared over here. All right, that's pretty good. Okay, and then on the bottom, just to make my point, remember, we're going to use complex fractions here. And if you recall, we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. Okay, so we're left with 9 minus x squared all over 9x squared. And the reciprocal over here would be 1 over x minus 3. Okay, now the question is, what do we do with this guy here? Well, you really have to focus on this guy right here. He is a difference of squares, so let's see if I can rewrite him. So I can rewrite him as 3 squared minus x squared all over 9x squared times 1 over x minus 3. All right, we're doing okay here. We're doing all right, but you got to be careful, because anytime you have a squared minus b squared, okay, and this is the tricky part of this question, you know that this is going to be equal to a minus b, a plus b. Okay, and then so down here I can rewrite this as 3 minus x times 3 plus x all over 9x squared times 1 over x minus 3. And just to put things in perspective, remember a division bar always implies parentheses. Now, if you notice, this guy right here, okay, he looks kind of, similar. So if I want those guys to look the same, I'll just factor a negative out. And so if I factor a negative out, I'll get x minus 3. I still have x plus 3 here, because that one commutes no problem. And then down here I have 9x squared, and then multiplied by 1 over x minus 3. And then hopefully you can see that these guys are going to cancel out. Okay, and you're left with, let's see, negative x plus 3 all over 9x squared. And we also said that x still cannot equal 3. Okay, because that's how we started, way back up there. So yeah, I mean, the exercise here was really way up here, believe it or not. Just doing this move is what this is the main lesson, believe it or not. And a lot of times in our homework, we're just brushing up on skills that we've learned before. So when you see questions like this and you get stuck with like, oh, I've never seen a negative factor out like that before, just let me know and we'll go over it again. Okay, there you go.